In today's video, I'm going to give you kind of a glimpse of what my garden looked like back in the beginning of September, so really kind of like an early fall type of garden. I do want to preface with saying I work full-time. My garden is not beautiful, but it is productive. And in this video, I show my main in-ground garden. I do have, as you can see in this beginning clip, several raised beds. I will be filming a late fall kind of urban homestead video for you guys soon, but I hope you guys enjoy my garden when it was really just bursting with vegetables. All right, and here is, this is what my garden looks like from far away. It is a weedy mess, but it is extremely abundant. So there are things I would do differently that I will do differently next year, but not worried about it. Here I just have some random flowers that aren't obviously doing very well. And then out here I have potatoes. These are starting to fall over, which means they're kind of starting to get ready to be picked. This is just like a bucket, a food grade bucket that I drilled holes in. And I have a bunch of these grow bags. I can link the grow bags down below. They're awesome. And then this is just a random pot. And then I have another potato in here. I tried growing some stuff in here, but the birds have been my nemesis. Where? Oh, get it out, please. Is that Days? Here I have some peppers. What are these called? These are long hots. So that's what those are. This is some okra growing. I've never grown okra, so I don't know how that's gonna do. This is a blueberry plant. Then it's hard to show you guys up close, but these are some cherry tomatoes. These are pole beans. They're green beans. I have to harvest these because, as you can see, there are a lot. I highly recommend, if you have a trellis, to grow pole beans because they are extremely prolific. Then I have some heirloom tomatoes in here that you can't really see. Okay, and I have to pick a lot of these tomatoes. And then on the other side, I have various growths of beets. These are the newer ones. These are the ones that I'm probably gonna harvest today. This is probably the worst weedy part, just because with this chicken wire, I can't weed whack in here, and I just kind of let it go. More okra that I'm trying to grow. More potatoes on the end, and then a ton of tomatoes. These I believe are, what did he all, oh, San Marzanos. So these are sauce tomatoes. I have like 4 plants in here. I have to go through and pick. I have so many tomatoes. And then in the middle I have some jalapenos, just 1 jalapeno plant. Next year I'll definitely do more hot peppers. Over on the right here I have another of these tomatoes, the cherry tomatoes. I have more pole beans in here as well. And then I had pinto beans here. These are some of my pinto beans, also for plant-based protein. These are pretty much done. And then in here I have some pickling cucumbers, these little guys. And yeah, back on the other side I have more tomatoes. I have, I think, 1 or 2 plants of San Marzanos. These guys are the San Marzanos. It's a slicing tomato, I believe. And then in the end, way down at the end, I have some Romas. I don't know if I love the Romas. Then I also have some marigolds interspersed in here, and basil that you can't really see. These are crushed. These are crushed hot peppers. These are doing really well. Just waiting for them to turn red. So I have 3 rows of big tomatoes, basically. As you can see, I need to pick them. These are called indeterminates, so they just keep on growing. And they're actually a vining variety, so they kind of get out of control here. All right, what do I have down here? On the other side, I have a bunch of, this is red Russian kale that's just completely out of control that I need to deal with. More potatoes at the end. I have a ton of bush beans that I recently planted in here, as well as some cucumbers. You can kind of see the cucumbers are kind of getting out of control. Then I have some celery. I love these grow bags, if you can't tell. And then this is a bed that I planted recently. It's not doing awesome, but these are all bush beans. So these, when I say bush beans, I mean green beans. I planted some spinach in here, which is doing okay-ish. And then some carrots. I'm gonna have to fill in the holes because they didn't germinate very well. So basically carrots and spinach, and then I have some beets, which are kind of hard to see, but these are the baby beets coming up. This is a cool weather bed minus the bush beans. Then I have, these are cowpeas. These need to get picked. So I basically just pick these and dry them. Then this is soy, another soy, and then 2 more things of cowpeas. And this is my pepper bed. I have a wide variety of sweet peppers. So some look like this, some look like this. This is basil. And then these actually turn to red if I let them ripen long enough. They'll go from, they start with like this, and then they go to like orange, and then they go to red. And then this guy is not looking so good, so I'm just gonna pick him off. Some pest problems. So yeah, just a bunch of pepper plants. I tried planting stuff in here, it didn't work. So that's great, and here. So I'm gonna have to replant. I do have a couple beets growing back there. Then here is my one sunflower that made it. It just opened, it's beautiful. The birds ate all of my sunflower seed except this one sunflower. So pretty excited about that. I need to stake it up because it's falling over. This is a gnarly weedy mess, but I also have, ooh, looks like we've got a red pepper in there. So these are 2 pepper plants. All right, this is I kind of skipped over a bed. I know it's probably a lot for you guys to kind of gather, but this is kind of the end of my garden here on the left side. So these are, got spring onions growing in here. I let clover grow just because it's a kind of a nice cover crop. And then I have, these are all beets in here. I have some herbs kind of interspersed, marigolds. Yeah, just quite a bit of beets. I think I tried planting spinach in here. Yeah, I did, but it didn't work at all, so I'm gonna have to replant that. What else do we have? And then those are just some more onions. That is a cabbage that I was trying to salvage. It didn't work. And then here I have, this is a, what do you call this? A vertical thing. Got it off Amazon. I don't really recommend it. It's really hard to keep it watered. So I pretty much took everything out of it, and then I just kind of try to water these top ones. Got some chives and rosemary. That's pretty much it that's in there. And last but not least, this is my zucchini bed. It's there's I think 4 plants in here, and they've taken over this whole area. It's a really big area. Before I went camping, I did harvest quite a bit, but you can see I've got some growing. Zucchini is extremely prolific. I love it. I have a couple that I grew in here, these little guys, but they're not doing very well. Just kind of looking. Zucchini is also a vining plant. Let me see if I can show you. Oops, I just dropped my shears. Okay, here we go. See this dark green? This is all the vine of the zucchini plant. I don't think I see any zucchinis in there though. Zucchini, oh, holy moly, there's one. All right, let's see if I can get in there. This is the hard part of this huge bed, is getting in here to harvest. Oh man. There you go. Oh, holy moly. All right, there's another big one. I have like 6 of these in the fridge right now. Just gonna set it down. But yeah, I have 2 different varieties growing. This plant is not doing very good. And then I have more celery in here. I talked about it in my last video. Let me show you over here. This plant is pretty much dead. These are watering spikes. I'll link these down below. These are awesome for either a garden, like container gardening, or even just for flowers. You basically stick this stake in the ground and you fill up a wine bottle, beer bottle, any bottle this shape, and then you put it in and it waters them for a couple days. It's really nice.